You are not you. You're me. No shit.
Hightailed it out of there.
Are you crazy? Don't go between them! Go between them! Are you crazy?
Welcome to my home.
Good morning. Good morning. Today we have a fun day, and we're probably going to wrap it up with a giveaway. I got a wild beard mustache today. So I got the mugs, doing that, drinking out of the mug. Always, like, it's like a staple. Like a staple. I do enjoy coffee, and Saturday morning coffee is the best. So I have this. Hold on. That's going to be a mess. I'm going to hold off on that. So yeah, fun day today. Got the shirts. The merch store is always live, and we do have memberships over on the merch store as we do over here. And because I'm feeling a lot better, I've decided we're gonna start knocking out a member video every single week, and I'm gonna try to drop that on Wednesdays. So if I'm late, hold me accountable, hit me up with a message, whatever, because the days do blur, and then all of a sudden it's Saturday again for me. So we got that, and then starting Monday, I've got a video literally every week. I know I've said that before, but our air conditioner's been broke for almost 3 weeks now, and it's not too bad today. But the air conditioner, the brand new air conditioner, is sitting in the backyard right now, and it will be installed tomorrow. So starting Monday, this room is not going to be horribly hot, and I'm going to be able to knock those videos out. So I'm super stoked about that. And before we dive in, good morning. Good morning, everybody that's here. And we'll talk to you in just a second. But yeah, I think we'll end this show today on the giveaways. So we're going to do that. But this morning, some things I'm excited for watching is this weekend I'm going to knock out Summer School because it's summertime and it's definitely a summertime staple. Love this film. I recommend. When I was a kid, and I just remember watching this on TV. It was the special effects they did. The kids all put the makeup on and like acted like they were dead, almost like in like a murder movie. And on the back you see her. She's got like a ruler, in her mouth. So I just absolutely love the special effects in this movie. Thought it was always fun, and yeah, it's definitely a high recommend there. So I'm going to be knocking that out this weekend. My friends over at Imprint sent me something for a review, so I've got 2 movies for review there. So I have to knock that out. So that video will be up soon. I can't guarantee when, but it'll be up this week, very, very soon. So I got to knock them out. A lot to watch, a lot of special features. So that one, it feels like homework, but it's always enjoyable. Love Imprint, huge fan. So we're going to be knocking that out. And then today we're going to be talking about not only just some of the new releases that are coming out, but the new movies. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the new movies. I've been talking about that for, several years now. But every once in a while, a new movie I think is okay, or I actually really enjoy it. And I don't usually. Now, there's certain movies where I'm like, I'm going into this and I already hate it. Like, so I can't help myself sometimes. But I watched the new Superman movie and I didn't hate it. Like, I think out of all of the modern Superman movies, because like you give me these Christopher Reeve movies, I'll watch these any day. I love them. I love all 4. I know everyone hates 4. It gets ragged on, but I watched it as a kid, and so I still like it. I see where people have problems with 4, but really, it's just for me, it's just nostalgia, and I've always enjoyed it. So I like these films. Now, this box set here I've had for a while. It does come with Superman Returns. Never really cared for that one, and I've missed out now twice on that Steelbook big vault box set that these Superman 4Ks come in. So I'm still stuck with this, and it's a whatever box set. But I watched the new Superman movie, and then last night, before I went to bed, I watched Superman from I think '78 with Christopher Reeve, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So if I were to rank those films, I love three. I think three is great with Richard Pryor. I know a lot of people don't like that one, but I think the first two are super solid with Christopher Reeve, and then I would add in this new one. I really had a good time with it. It reminded me of being a kid and being in the comic book store. So and just being able to talk about comic book movies, and my wife's like, "This is dumb," and Superman robots, and I'm like, "Comic books." It was always there. It's just you're used to low special effects and what they were able to do back in there, that time, and just yeah, then them rehashing all this the Superman lore every time they've redone the movie. So I really had a good time with that one. Let's see, let's hit up the chat. Good morning, chat. Internet showing 98% today, so it looks like we're gonna have a solid day, hopefully. And good morning, Blue Corner mugs. You need more than one. Yes, get mugs. Yes, I do love the mugs. But you do need more than one. Very true. Good morning, brother. Good morning. I don't know if you caught my stream last week, Blue Corner, but I did pick up the Jackie Chan Volume One. I did get that. I started watching that, and so I've been knocking out some more Hong Kong cinema. But like, what I'm actually really looking for, I don't know if you can help me out with like some titles and shoot me over some info, because like you're the guy for Hong Kong cinema. What I'm looking for is like when I was a kid, there was like this, and I always feel it was Jackie Chan. Now I get that there was probably like a whole bunch of them, but it was in the '80s, and it was so you have like all the older Hong Kong cinema, and the volume one that I picked up. It seems like every single disc is that kind of like Chinese lore and older stuff, and it's like I'm looking for like something that was like set in the '80s, more comedy. I really enjoyed the Miracles movie with Jackie Chan, the one that he directed. And so like something more like that, where it's like set in that modern time in the '80s when it was filmed, but it's just like Jackie Chan like hanging off of cars and falling out of buildings, and more in that vein. I'm looking for some of that stuff too. And I was hoping to get some of it in this Jackie Chan set. So let me know. Let me know if you have anything that I should watch, and I'll be checking that out. Now, I did pick up quite a few titles this month, but a lot of stuff is older. So I've looked at like I got some VHS. I picked up some Vinegar Syndrome. My Vinegar Syndrome haul. I got 3 cinematograph titles because TJ is like, "Hey, bro, you ever seen this movie?" And it was like $20, and it was a cinematograph, and I was like, "No." But then that $20 deal turned into me spending over $100, and I picked up a few more titles. So then those came. I've watched those. I haven't watched the $20 title yet, because it's kind of like not really like a downer, but it's more of like a serious kind of heavy movie. So I just haven't been in the mood to watch that yet. But I will watch that before I do my month haul where I talk about everything that I picked up. So I have picked up quite a few things, but not a ton of new stuff. And but I'm excited. I'm excited for some of the new stuff. We're going to talk about that. We're going to dive into that. Let's see who else do we have here? Good morning, Michael Murphy. Hi from Ireland. Well, hello, hello. Yeah, I figured, brother. No worries, no worries. I was working the last 2 weekends, so I only caught 5-10 minutes of your streams. So since I knew you were wrapping it up, I kept quiet. Ha ha ha. Yeah, no worries, brother. No worries ever. I just, I didn't know because like sometimes I talk about stuff, and then like if I like rehash it, or I'm like, hey, you're like, bro, you've talked about that to death. So I don't know if you caught it, but yeah, that was that. 3 weeks vacation from today. Sweet, sweet, very nice, very nice. Enjoy your vacation. Get some rest. Enjoy some good movies. For sure. Dolphin Rivera. I used my credit card points to buy the Crocodile Dundee 4K first time watch. Oh. Um. What'd you think of it? What'd you think? I do enjoy Crocodile Dundee. It's not high on my list. Like like as far as nostalgia and movies that I watched when I was a kid, it's good. It's really good, but I never have that like, "Oh, I gotta watch Crocodile Dundee," and then I feel like I get transported to being a kid and having all those memories of, like, just really enjoying the movie and, like, whatever. So it's like it's one of those. It's lower on the list, but it definitely has nostalgia for me, and it's the first one. I love the first one. I think it's great. All three are fun to a point, but I have skipped out on that 4K because of the changes. I just won't support it. I'm not supporting it. It's nonsense. You wouldn't go into a museum and demand that they paint clothes on the naked ladies. Like, it's just one of those things that, like, art is art. Don't change it. I get TV edits and then you have to do stuff for advertising, but if you're going to physically buy something, don't change it. And it's this like, it's a small group of people that are crying about stuff that they want these change, and it always is. If you have to put that stupid dumb warning, and I hate the stupid dumb warning, because that always kind of like just when you're watching movies, it's like you're checking out of reality for an hour or two, and you're just kind of it's escapism. It's pure escapism. And so then if you're bombarded with like that message of like, this is from a different time, and they had different mindsets, and the jokes are not funny, but they're we wanted to keep it intact. Like that message always takes me out of my escapism. But then obviously when they change stuff, like it's very unfortunate. So I will gladly keep my Blu-rays, and happy to keep those. But enjoy that 4K. You enjoy that. Recommend Operation Condor 4K from 88 Films. Yeah, that was one that was on my list, but you know what? I don't think I have anything to write on. Yeah, I do right here. Ha ha ha. Operation Condor. Condor. Yeah, it's been on my list for a while. I've noticed it, but like I never watched the trailer, so definitely check that one out for sure. And Chris Bomber 101 Police Story. That's also one that I don't know if Criterion had one. I remember seeing that somewhere. Police Story, because I think there was two of them. There was two of them. That's just my vague memory. Maybe I'm incorrect, but vague memory of that. Jackie did a lot of those great, and see, that's what I'm really looking for. So it's like you could literally throw a stone at it, and I'm like, yes, that's what I want. Yeah. Where he mixes a lot of comedy, but there's not many other than him doing that kind of stuff. There is some though. Yeah, I'm looking for it, but yeah, like the entire volume one Shout Factory, it seems like it's all like older Chinese, a little bit more serious, and going into the folklore of like Chinese stories. And like the first one, I thought it was great. I enjoyed them. I enjoyed the film. I only watched the first one out of that set, and it just kind of has that more serious tone. Enjoyable still, but sometimes I just want to see Jackie Chan hanging off of something and almost dying. Like, I don't want him to die, but like, Jackie Chan gets a little crazy sometimes. And good morning, Jeff. Good morning, brother. Morning. How's your day going? And Tank Ferret. Good morning, brother. Good morning. Let's see. Morning, 80s. What's up, chat? Good morning, Captain Horror. Good morning, brother. Morning. A lot of mornings this morning. Let's see. Here we go. Winners and Sinners is part of a series of movies, though. Jackie is in about 3 of them, and the rest of the crew have made several sequels without him. All right, Winners and Sinners. Winners and Sinners. Got that one. Check that one out. Oh, got that. Yeah, looking forward to all that stuff. There's actually 3 Police Story movies. Part 3 is called Super Cop. Oh, okay. I'll check. I'll be aware of that. Let's see. We'll talk. Yeah, I figured, brother. I figured. So who's able to secure the pre-order of Night of the Living Dead 90? If not, I think Walmart still has them up. Well, that's good to know. It's good to know. I did not secure that. I'm trying not to pre-order stuff, and if it's a steelbook only, it has to be like super special to me to grab those. And so in the pre-orders, I did do the Nightmare on Elm Street, that big steelbook vault, Amazon only, because when you go to Fnac, and everyone was talking about how the artwork was one thing, and everyone was complaining, everybody was making videos, and then they were like, oh, actually the artwork is not this. When you go to Fnac's website, it shows the crappy artwork, and then the price went from 169 euros to 199 euros on Fanatics website. So the Amazon exclusive steelbook box set is going to have, looks like maybe some special kind of art, but it seems like maybe some of those regular plain, less expensive box sets that are coming from different companies might have some mediocre art going on, unless it's, placeholder, or they thought that that was the official art and somebody just slapped it on their website, but it was up for quite a while. And let's see. Eureka has three Police Story 4Ks in a box set. I'll check that out. Oh, and there is something from Eureka coming out that I'm actually excited for, but I forgot all about it. So thanks for mentioning that, because yeah, I'm actually, I was like really excited for it. It was like a, because like I always check out Eureka, but very rarely. I think I have like one Eureka title, and very rarely am I like super excited, and or I don't already have it through another label. So that's yeah, there was something there. And good morning, Derek. Good morning. Howdy, 80s. It's been a minute. Yeah, brother. Yeah, brother. A lot of like, cause like I used to stream, and I've always talked about movies. I've always been a movie guy, but I used to stream and I used to like hang out with these comic book guys. And that's a lot of these newer guys here in the chat. If you're not familiar with them, that's where I know these guys from. I used to hang out. I used to promote comic books and do all that. And so I haven't really done that in a long time, because of the crowd that was coming in was kind of, it was just like there was a lot of infighting. It was like a whole thing. And so I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to do my own thing. I'm just going to talk about movies. And so I stopped doing that. So I still enjoy comic books, but I stay focused on the movies. But yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning. Thanks for hanging out this morning. There's actually 7 Police Story movies with a new one on the way. Oh, damn. All right. I'll check that out for sure. For sure. Thanks for the info, Captain. I missed the Amazon pre-order. Might have to jump on that. Nice. Yeah, go ahead and grab that. Yeah, it's like I only thought there was like 2 or 3. That 7 is crazy. But I mean, they're enjoyable. They're enjoyable. So we got all that. Got my recommendations. Super excited about that. So I already talked about Imprint. I got to watch some movies. I know what's in here. I'm not gonna tell you what's in here, but I got to watch some movies because they sent that over to me. So I'm super excited about that. I am gonna be finishing watching, because like I said, I watched the first Christopher Reeve Superman last night. I'm gonna marathon the rest of these. I'm probably gonna skip Returns because I've never liked that one. I've tried to like it. I've tried to get into it. Um, yeah, but the I think the first 4 are solid. I really do enjoy them. And after the first one, a lot of people love 2, and like they go into it and like 2 is good. Like I'm not gonna say 2 is not good at all, but I think I like the one with Richard Pryor a little bit more, because at the time when I saw it, just that shift in tone where 3 feels a little bit more comic book or a little bit more comical, and then Richard Pryor adds some comedy relief, obviously. And so I've always enjoyed that one. And that one is pure nostalgia from being a kid and seeing it on TV and just really enjoying it. And then, like I said, I've always liked 4. Good to go on there. But yeah, this new one, it's a new movie that I enjoyed. I thought it was really fun. And like part of my disappointment in modern movies is almost always the cinematography. And then, there's, for the past 10 years we've had this conversation: is it woke, is it not woke, blah, blah, that whole nonsense. And that always also takes me out of the film, because it's escapism. I hear political nonsense all day long, whether I want to or not. I'm not a political guy. I don't watch the news. I don't generally care, but you hear it anyway. You hear it, you're bombarded with it. So when I pop a movie in for escapism and then they hit you with it there, it's very unfortunate. And so like anytime they say that stuff, I'm like, it's not for me. But then if it's not, woke or not woke, there's no argument over that. And everyone's like, oh my God, it's a great movie. I look at it and I'm like, this is mediocre. They just don't have anybody saying some things that are offensive or crazy or weird or, for the modern time that in 20 years, nobody's going to care about. And they've always done this. Like there's movies that I've watched from the 70s that had at the time stuff that was going on in the political atmosphere, and they would interject it in the movie, and it's the same stuff. And so like this whole conversation over 10 years, is it woke, is it not woke, it's always been here. You can watch movies from the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like you can watch those movies and you can always find a movie where you're like, oh, oh, that's weird. Like I don't know if I mentioned it last week, but I watched this movie with Christina Ricci and the girl from My Girl, the girl Anna Klumsky. So it was this movie. I watched it with my daughter. And it's from the '90s, and they're like teenagers, and they're going to find gold. And then there's this like whole thing where Anna Klumsky's mom's like an alcoholic, and the boyfriend is abusive, and so they push that kind of narrative. But and that was no big deal. I mean, that stuff happens. But there was one girl. She was a little bit more heavy set than the rest of the friends, and she was talking about like not shaving her armpits. And then my wife was like, "Oh my God, you're right. It's always been here. Like that's just weird." And it's just like, and the reasoning why, like it was, because of, she didn't need to look good for men or something. It felt like a feminist talking point. And so like, I'm not mad at it. It's just the stuff has always been here. And so it's just like the past 10 years, they've really beat that war drum of, it's here. And so like, that stuff doesn't bother me, but like when it's not woke and people are like, oh my God, this is such a great movie, I always leave feeling that it's mediocre or it's okay. And then most of the time, the modern films really like the cinematography and the way they shoot everything. It just feels like it's shot for TV. It feels like like a really long TV show. And that's just kind of how I feel about it. And then you see the budgets that they're spending on this stuff, and you're just like, it's weird because 20 years ago, movies felt like movies. They don't feel like movies anymore. And so for me to walk out of Superman and just having a good time, I really enjoyed that. And that's why I was like, I immediately went home to watch Superman. And it wasn't to get like that bad taste out of my mouth. It's just enjoying like having like a Superman marathon, or, just kind of having that, like just wanting to watch good movies. And then not too long ago, I watched the new Jurassic Park Rebirth. I did not like that movie. Now I didn't hate it. There's nothing really, I can pick it apart, and there's things that I didn't like about it, but overall, the reason I didn't like it is it felt like mediocre. Like when no matter what, you're never going to get that lightning in a bottle. You're never going to get that feeling watching that first Jurassic Park movie, especially if you're older and you saw it as a kid. And every time they do these franchise movies or they add an addition to it, you're never going to get that feeling of being a kid sitting in the theater and watching Jurassic Park for the first time. That movie is magical. And to this day, like I still enjoy it. I've watched it, I mean, hundreds of times by now. And it's a movie that I just really love. But as they go on with the sequels, and in these modern ones, the Chris Pratt ones, I thought they were like big spectacle popcorn flicks. And so they were fine. That last Christopher Pratt one, I just wasn't into it. Like I just wasn't into it at all, to the point where I don't even own it. But then this new one, it was fine. It was mediocre. There was no woke stuff. There was no weird stuff that I felt like nothing was like over the head with a hammer. But like overall, the movie just felt mediocre, and that's why I was mad at it. Like it didn't feel necessary. But then you start picking things apart, and you're just like, it's kind of weird. The fact that like the one girl falls off the boat, there's these, like hungry dinosaurs trying to take down the boat, and then they're trying to eat the people. And then the girl falls off. She's fine. She doesn't get eaten. But then her family jumps off into the water with the scary dinosaurs that are trying to eat them, and then nobody gets eaten. You're just like, oh my God. Yeah. So there's things that it was just like, oh my God. Yeah. So the Jurassic Park one was not a fan. I don't see any reason in owning it. I will be buying the new Superman. I'm definitely going to grab that on 4K when it comes out. And we watched Megan 2. So the first one I really enjoyed. It basically is a Child's Play, I guess, rip off, but like it's basically Chucky. It's just a girl version of Chucky, updated. It's got modern stuff in it. And it was fun. At the end of the day, I thought Megan was fun. My kid loved it. It was really enjoyable. My wife doesn't like any of those films, so she didn't like it. But then we watched two. Two felt like, so you got Chucky in the first one, and so I'm expecting Chucky 2. And now I know that some of you guys over here told me that it was different, and so I already knew I was expecting it to be different. But then when I'm watching it, it's like way different. I feel like I'm watching like this like Tom Cruise action film as opposed to Chucky. And I mean that was the point. And then like when it didn't do well, the Blumhouse guy, Jason Blumhouse, was like, I thought we had our Superman with this franchise, and so that's where they failed. Like they spent a ton of money on it, and they gave the audience something that they didn't the first time. So the movie itself is fine, but it's not what the franchise started out as, and so it's just I don't know. I watched Chucky, and then I watched Chucky 2, and I watched Chucky 3, and consecutively, Chucky is the killer. He's the bad guy. He's the he's got the knife. He's trying to get you. So that's enjoyable, and that's what I go into. This one, I think it's okay. It could have been a whole different new set of characters, and it would have been completely fine and enjoyable, I think. Let's see, Captain Horror, Superman Returns isn't for me either, 100%. Yeah, I've tried many times. Like, there's this like, and it feels like I know a lot of the modern movies have done this, where there's like this like color, the way they color graded it, and especially in the new 4K stuff, and when it's shot digitally, some things are not they don't feel like film, obviously. The color palette is completely off and whatever. But like that was the first film in a long time that I had saw, and I don't know what it was shot on. I don't remember. It's a long time ago. But Superman Returns has this like color grade where it's like kind of hazy and dark. Like it just kind of feels that way. And I don't remember if it's been a while since I've tried to watch it. So I don't remember if it's the whole thing. But I remember when it was coming out, I was super excited for the trailer because you always knew, growing up, you hear faster than a speeding bullet and like, the whole like everything that Superman is. And then you also knew he was bulletproof. Well, to see that trailer and to see the bullet like hit his eyeball, one, you don't want anything in your eyeball. Like that's horrible. Like and you get anything in your eye, like it's itchy, it's bothersome. So to like to actually sit there and watch the bullet hit the eye, oh man, I thought that was the coolest scene in the movie for the trailer. And so I went to go see it. And even then I still think the scene was cool. But yeah, the movie I never could get into it. Adolfo Rivera, the amateur movie is really good. Bought the 4K. Damn it, I'll check that out. The amateur. I'll check it out. I've seen a total of 14 2025 movies so far. You're ahead of me. I've seen a bunch, but like I haven't I don't think I've seen 14. Um I'm just not super into the modern movies for sure. Morning, Arthur. Morning, brother. What has come out so far? Let's go into that. Let's go into that list. Let's see. Um, let's see. Safari 2025 movies. Okay, so movies released in 2025. Back in Action. I tried watching it. I got bored. That was the one with Cameron Diaz and Jamie Foxx. So I tried watching that one. Not long into it, I was bored. Let's see, what's this? Vitam? Never saw that one. Oh, there's a lot of Netflix streaming stuff here, and I don't do Netflix. I don't do the streaming, so a lot of this stuff's harder to watch for me. Wolfman. A lot of people were super excited for it, and as far as like the Universal monsters go, like in that kind of field, like so I think Wolfman's great. Um, but I'm a vampire guy. Like you give me a vampire flick, I'll watch any vampire film, good or bad. And I have my favorites, obviously. My favorite original Universal monster film and monster is the creature from the Black Lagoon. Absolutely love him. I think it's great. I have one of the I forget his name, but I have one of the actors that was in the dive suit, the one that actually was in the water. I have his autograph, and I got that like right before he passed away. So it was kind of like one of those like I'm glad I got it, but it also sucks that he passed away kind of thing. But so I have that. That's my all-time favorite. But I am a vampire guy. I like vampires. Uh, let's see. The Nosferatu movie, I got to give it another chance. Like, so I've tried to watch it a couple times. Like, I kind of wasn't into that new Nosferatu movie, but I like the vampire stuff. But as far as the Wolfman goes, like I'll watch that old original Wolfman movie any day of the week. And Werewolf in London, love that movie. And not so much on the Werewolf in Paris, but like there's so many great werewolf movies that I have enjoyed watching Wolfman. One, the girl that the main character's married to, I've never liked her. I think she's like a side character. I don't know if it's her short hair and just my kind of like preference in women. I just never really cared for her as like a lead role. And she might be fine. She might be fine. I've seen her in like one other that one TV show with Jason Bateman, and so I just kind of feel that she's like a side character. And so already I'm kind of going into it in a negative way. But as I'm watching it, I was not a fan of this Wolfman movie. I know a lot of people were, and it was, to me, it was very predictable. At no point was I enjoying that movie. Den of Thieves 2. I liked the first one. I did not like the second one. I got about halfway through it before I got bored. Let's see. One of them days I didn't see that. Flight Risk. Now, Flight Risk is an interesting one. Mark Wahlberg, I always think he's top notch. I'll watch anything he's in, and that's why I watched it. And then the trailer was awesome, and the fact that they gave him the bald cap, and you see that in the trailer, like that's just great because, like, to this day, even though he's older, Mark Wahlberg is considered a sex symbol, and so to then give him the bald cap and like have him like the hair kind of flop back, it was just kind of fun and enjoyable, and it just changes his character. And it's not that often that you see Mark Wahlberg in a villain role, and so I really wanted to enjoy that movie. Now, I didn't hate it, but it's hard to make those one room type movies or one spot where they're not moving around. It's pretty much the entire movie's taking place in one spot. And then to do it in an airplane is even harder. And so, not that it really didn't keep my attention, it was one that I wasn't excited to rewatch again. So like I might get it eventually. It's one of those ones, if it's like a super cheap sale, I'll probably add it to the collection because I would watch it again, but it wasn't like I didn't want to rush out and buy the 4K right away. But I thought that was okay. And again, it was like more of on that mediocre side. And are they going to try to make this a franchise? I wasn't really sure what they were doing there. Um, but I thought it was a decent enough, but it was like a one and done mostly for me. Let's see. Delpha Rivera, are you ordering the 4Ks of Silverado and Master and Commander? Well, I don't know if I have Silverado, but Master and Commander I don't have. I've missed that one on all of its releases. Um, let's check my app, CLZ. So I might have Silverado. If I do, I don't think it's on. No, I don't. I don't have Silverado either. So I probably pick them both up. I know I was interested in picking up the Master and Commander when I saw that, so I am interested in that one for sure. Derek says, "Agreed. Den of Thieves was one was great, two was meh. Yeah, that was the thing, and I was stoked. I was definitely stoked. I know Blue Corner over here definitely mentioned. He said it's not as good as the first one, so he did tell me. I did get the warning. Elsa says Nosferatu was a fail too. I laughed when she was getting posed and making those weird faces. Yeah, yeah. I've tried to give it a chance a couple times, and then like other people are like, "Man, just try it again, try it again." So I was like, "I'll try it again." I think the cast is. I like the cast. I like the actors that are in the movie, and just for whatever reason, I don't like the movie. I like Bram Stoker's Dracula from the '90s. I think that's my. It makes my top 5 favorite films of all time, and so no matter what, any vampire film, especially if you're gonna hit it that close to the book, it's gonna get, to me, it's gonna get compared to Bram Stoker's Dracula 100% of the time. And so I have that in the back of my mind, but then like it had this like weird gray wash over it, and we don't see that way. So I get it's a style choice, and maybe I think for me personally, it could have worked in certain scenes, but like the movie just had this like gray wash over it. It felt dull and gray, and I'm just not into that. I like, give me some color. That's how we see. That's how we see. Make things creepy, sure, but yeah, not there. Dracula Untold was underrated. Yeah, that one's not bad. I finally picked that one up last year or the year before. Let me check. Let me double check. So I think we're talking about the same film, so Drank. But that one came out when I was on deployment, I think. And so I saw it, and then everybody like kind of was like, "Ah, this movie sucks." And then I didn't know because they were playing it on the ship. Yeah, yeah. Dracula Untold. I just picked this one up either last year or the year before. I like it. I think it's very underrated because it's different, and that's one of the things I liked about it. Good morning. Just got Repo Man on 4K from Criterion. Loved it, but I need to watch it again. Oh, it's great. It is great. It's a high recommend for me. And that one's one that flies under most people's radars as well. And it wasn't until this Criterion release that I feel that more people are starting to see it now. And it's been out for a while. Like, I don't know. Because I think my version, I gotta double check, but I think my version is the Blu-ray, and then they might have the 4K out now because I've had my Criterion for quite a while. But yeah, great film, very underrated. Glad you enjoyed that, Craig. Glad you enjoyed that. But yeah, watch it again. Um, it's one of those ones that like if you liked it the first time, second time around, I think it's more fun. And oh, we already got that one. That's it. So we're all caught up. Yeah. So there's that. Let's see what was I talking about? Talked about Jurassic Park, Superman, got those, and Megan. Yeah. So we're all caught up on the more recent movies that I watched. But then going down that list, let's see, Flight Risk with Mark Wahlberg. Like I said, it was okay. It was okay. But again, it's one that if it's like one of those like Amazon $10 deals or Prime Day things, like I might pick it up then. A lot of Netflix stuff here that I haven't seen. Oh, You're Cordially Invited. That movie with Reese Witherspoon and Will Ferrell. I tried to give that one a chance because I've liked movies that Will Ferrell's in. I've liked movies that Reese Witherspoon's in. Um, but like I don't know, for whatever reason, the chemistry between the two, I wasn't really buying it. And then I don't think Will Ferrell is funny as like a lead character, main character doing his own thing. I've always thought he was funny as like a side character or with other people. Like John C. Riley with Will Ferrell makes Will Ferrell funny. And like Vince Vaughn too. Vince Vaughn with Will Ferrell, I think he's funny, but like Will Ferrell by himself, mostly give or take. I don't think I have hardly any Will Ferrell films that he's the main character. I don't think I have any. So I tried watching that one. I thought it was going to be fun, and I just couldn't get into it. And I got to the point where they basically both meet up, and they're finding out that they booked this little island for their kids to get married, and they only have room for one. And so now they're both here. They're both booked, and then they're trying to kind of bickering back and forth at the counter. And I turned it off. I got bored. Companion, I missed that one. Captain America: Brave New World, I hated it. Uh, that one, I think I'm done with like the Marvel superhero movies for sure. There's that. The Gorge. The Gorge is something that like it's appealing from the movie poster perspective, but I watched the trailer and then I never tried to watch the film. There's that. The Monkey, I skipped that one. I did enjoy the new Final Destination film. I did enjoy that one, and that one. You go into it; it's a Final Destination film. They cheat death. Death then gets them, and like that's the whole thing. If you give me that in any kind of fashion, I kind of don't care. I like all the Final Destination films. I think the first one is the best. But as far as like a sequel to a movie franchise that it's been many years since the last one, I feel that they did an okay job with it. So it was definitely enjoyable. I liked how they did a little twist. It wasn't the exact same formula, but it was familiar enough where I didn't leave going, this isn't Final Destination. So I did enjoy that new Final Destination film, but I skipped the monkey. I just didn't feel like it was a me movie. I think I like Monkey Shines from the '90s. I think I like that. This, I just feel like it was trying to be that, and so I just after watching the trailer, it just I know it's not for me. A lot of the new horror stuff, like it's boring and predictable. And even though there are super fans and people love that stuff, and I get it, enjoy it. If you love it, enjoy it. I'm not here to take that away from you. I'm just saying, me personally, I have not enjoyed it. So yeah, as far as like those, yeah, I've not seen a ton of the latest and greatest, newest films for 2025, but the things that I have seen, I've disliked more of it than I have enjoyed. Death of a Unicorn. I love Jenna Ortega. Paul Rudd's okay too, and I've tried to give that one a chance. And I've tried to watch that movie 3 times now, and I've fallen asleep about the same time. And it's after they realize they got the unicorn, and then that family's like they want to get the unicorn and use the blood and whatever. And so I've tried to give that one a chance multiple times. And I couldn't get into it. And it's an A24 film, not surprised. Like I have like 2 A24 films on the shelf that I enjoy. The rest, I think they're all the same. They're just that more modern cinema shot like a TV show. It doesn't feel, it feels very predictable, and I'm just not into it. I did see this movie Locked. That was an interesting one. And so as I talked about the Flight Plan with Mark Wahlberg, how like you have those movies that are just kind of set in like a weird space, like Phone Booth with Colin Farrell. Like I think it's an enjoyable movie, but I don't watch it that often. I think I've watched the movie twice. I have it on Blu-ray. I've been thinking about watching it again recently, but I go about 5 years or more before I watch it again because it's been quite a while since I've seen that one. And this is the same thing, but this one I thought was very interesting. So Locked, if you haven't seen this one, you have Anthony Hopkins is in this film, but there's this guy who tries to rob this really expensive car in this bad neighborhood, but then Anthony Hopkins is super rich. He owns the car and he's designed the car so people try to rob it and then they can't get out. And so that movie I thought was very enjoyable for what it was, but at the same time, it's a one and done. I don't feel like I need to own it. This is something that if it was in the $5 bin at Walmart, 100% I would pick it up. But I thought it was good enough. And that one you can rent or buy it for $6 on Amazon Prime right now. But Bill Skarsgård is the main character. Then you have Anthony Hopkins, and then you have a few people. But it's a very very um, it's a movie that makes you think a little bit. Sometimes because the guy that tries to rob the car, he is down on his luck. It's one of those things. And then Anthony Hopkins just looks at him as this thief, this horrible person, and because Anthony Hopkins had a tragedy in his life, he's now taking it out on these other people. And man, I thought it was pretty good. But again, it was one of those one and done one of those one and done films. So, but that's one I did enjoy though. Alto Nights. I bought that one because I'm a sucker for mob films. And I know a lot of people, like, you bring up De Niro's name, and then a lot of people are like, "Oh, he's horrible because of the political stuff he says." I don't care. Like, I like actors, and I don't care what they think politically. And just we live in a time now where everyone's got a phone and everybody's got social media, and you just you can hear and see what actors have to say. The thing is, they've always been this way. It's just now you get to hear you get to hear and see it. So like every time I bring up De Niro, a lot of people are like, "Oh, I hate him because of his political stance or what he says." I don't care about that stuff. So I did buy that on a blind buy based on the fact that De Niro's in it. It's a mob film. It's based on a true story, and I only gave it one chance so far, and I got bored with it. So, and that one doesn't get good ratings on IMDb either. So I'm gonna keep it for a little while. I'm gonna wait till I'm like in the perfect mood where, especially where I'm like really craving a mob film, and I'm gonna give it another chance. So I did see that one. Like I said, I'm just not sure about it. Yeah, and then all the rest of these just kind of haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen Sinners yet, but I hear really good things, and so I am interested in seeing that one. And I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I've seen anything else other than the ones I talked about today: Superman and Megan, and what was the other one? Oh, Jurassic Park. So yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, I haven't seen a ton of the new films, but the ones I have, definitely, I have only liked a very small amount of them. What do we got? Let's see. Jeff says, Hades, could you give me a recommendation or two? Keep an eye out for when I got Criterion Hunting on Tuesday. Repo Man is a good one with Emilio Estevez. That's a great film. Um, let's see. In my Criterion's, what would I recommend? I love that Bruce Lee set. Fast Times at Ridgemont High is a great one. I would recommend, seriously. I would recommend Deep Cover. Deep Cover with Lawrence Fishburne. I think that's a phenomenal film, very underrated, and just a really good Criterion. But it's crime. It's a crime movie, drug dealing and undercover cops. It's a good movie. So it's a real high recommend. So yeah, those are two solid ones I would recommend: Deep Cover and Repo Man, or Repo Man. I think is what it's called. With Emilio Estevez, it's great. It's got a crazy cover. He's like a skeleton with a green mohawk. It's great. Let's see. Are you watching the new season of Rick and Morty? I never got into Rick and Morty. That's come to me highly recommended for a very long time, and yeah, I never got into it. But it seems like something like if it came out probably when I was in my early 20s, I probably would have been like all about it. But yeah, something I've missed out on Rick and Morty completely. And Robo, good morning, brother. Good morning. Good friend of mine here. What are we talking about? Well, you missed all of it. I talked about the new films that I've seen, the ones I liked, the ones I didn't like. And spoiler, if you missed it, Robo, I did enjoy the new Superman movie. I've got thoughts, I've got stuff, and we'll talk about that another offline. We'll talk about that offline. But yeah, for sure, I did enjoy that movie. Are you excited for Happy Gilmore too? No, that's another one. I watched the trailer and instantly kind of turned off. It doesn't have the same vibe as the original, and it looks like a made for streaming, and I think it's on streaming, but it looks like a made for streaming really long TV show. And so you take that, for me it's already a turn off, but then it's been so long for the sequel. I don't like those. I've not enjoyed a single one of those 20, 30-year-old sequels. But then you watch it and then you see that the first one, he did all of that stuff so his grandma can have the house. So you'd think like eventually she's going to pass away and then probably leave him the house. Well, now he doesn't have it. He's living in this like a slums. He's divorced, it seems like, and he's got kids. And it just feels like everything good that came out of the first movie is just kind of crapped out on the second movie. And it's just like, yeah, I'm not. I might see it eventually, but I like the first movie a lot, and I think that's where I'm at. I don't know. Everyone likes the Terrifier. After the third one was killing children, I couldn't watch it. Yeah, I see the first one. I didn't like it, and then the second one, because I bought the VHS of the second one, and so I was like, well, I got to watch the first one, and like a friend of mine's like, no, it's really good, you'll like it, and I was like, I don't think I like it, and so then I watched it. I didn't like the first one. I like slasher movies, but the way that was shot on 4K, and I broke it down as to what I think it really is on the VHS of the second one. It feels better. Like I still don't love it. It's not one of my favorite films. It's definitely not a slasher that I want to revisit anytime soon. But it felt better than watching it on 4K. Watching the first Terrifier movie on 4K, it feels real. Like it doesn't feel like I'm watching a movie. So then it like gives you that gut churning, like, it's kind of real. Like it kind of feels like I'm watching this real stuff. And so when you look at it that way, it's creating some kind of trauma in your brain. Like that's like a psychological standpoint. But when you watch like movies like Chucky or Nightmare on Elm Street, like or Jason, you watch the Friday the 13th stuff, like you're watching a film. And so it's a whole different mindset. And so watching those Terrifier movies on 4K, I've never really been into them because they feel so real. even though I know they're not. And then like I also don't know the motivation. Like you watch those other movies, you get the motivation, you get the why. Like Art the Clown is just killing to kill, as far as I know. Like I've only watched the first two, and I'm just like I'm not really into these, but it's just like killing to kill, and like you're like all right, I guess. And I don't want to know a villain's backstory, but you get enough of that backstory through like Nightmare on Elm Street or even Child's Play. You watch him go from Charles Lee Ray to Chucky, and you watch that whole scene as he's like running away and he's trying to escape, and then he goes inside the doll's body. Like you see that, and so you get enough of the origin. I don't want to know why the villain is the villain. Like I don't want to know that the villain was abused and cigarette butts were put out on his face, and so that's why he's doing what he's doing. Like I don't want to know that part, but just enough to kind of get you there. And this guy, he's just killing to kill, and I don't know. I was never into those films at all, so I didn't even bother with the third one. And Christmas is I love Christmas, and I don't mind Christmas horror films, and I don't mind even a Christmas slasher, but I love Christmas, and I can't go from in my mind from Clark Griswold to Art the Clown. I can't do it. It's not for me. Scott Sharp, morning, brother. Morning. Cheer up, 80s. You're hating on everything today. Yes, yes, I do. That used to be the running joke for years because I did hate everything. It was all the new modern movies. Every time like people would get excited for going to see a movie in theater, I'd be like, oh, I hated it. And so that was a running joke that I hated everything. But I clearly don't, because everything you see behind me, I love those movies. And yeah, so it's not that. So that was what we were talking about today. But then we're still going to talk about some of the things that are coming out. But there wasn't a lot of things coming out. So I like what we did here today. Derek says Miller's Crossing is one of my favorite mob movies. Very underrated, and I know a lot of people don't appreciate that. In my real life, now I love Miller's Crossing, and that's for me. That's a high recommend for Criterion. However, comes with a caveat. In my real life, I don't know anybody who really likes that film. They find it completely boring, and almost always I show somebody the film and they hate it because it's a slow burn kind of film. And I agree with you. I think Miller's Crossing is a fantastic film, a great mob film. I love that whole scene talking about the hi hat. And I love when they do period pieces and then they bring in the dialogue from the period, and it's perfect. I really did enjoy Miller's Crossing. Huge, huge fan of that film. But yeah, in real life, all I've ever met is people on the internet that love the film, and so my internet friends love the film. But real life, I don't know a single person that can even sit through Miller's Crossing. Um, Elsa, F1 looks like a good summer movie. Hopefully, it gets IMAX ratio for its 4K release. Yeah, I mean, for me, I've never been the ratio guy. Like whatever it comes out on, I'll watch it. I'll watch it. But I know people love the IMAX format. I know people get crazy when it's a certain format in the theater, but then you get home and it's a different format on the disc, even though it's still maybe a widescreen format. And so I know people go crazy over that. That has never ever bothered me, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But as far as movies go, I prefer like the sound. Like I get more disappointed if the sound is off or different. But as far as like the movie goes, I hear it's great. I'll probably pick up the 4K, do a blind buy on it. But yeah, I mean, if it's an IMAX, awesome. If it's not for me, it's okay still. It's okay still. But for you, I hope it is an IMAX film. A ratio. Dolph Rivera, I think F1 might be released by Warner Brothers. Hopefully, they get an ultimate collector's edition. Hopefully. Hopefully. And Metal Man 777. What's up, 80s? Good morning. I'm tuning in with coffee in hand. Well, nice. We're going to be doing a giveaway at the end of the show, and you might be able to win one of these sweet 80s made mugs for your coffee for next time. But good morning. Good morning, brother. From the creator of the Terrifier comes Budface. Awesome. Coen Bros have great dialogue and deep story. Oh, for sure, for sure. Huge fan, huge fan. And I've always liked that one. And that was a blind buy too. Like I remember I was working in Circuit City and I've always been a movie guy. And I worked in the big screen televisions and the surround sound section. And then right there is in front of us was the DVDs at the time. We didn't have Blu-rays at that time. And I remember it was just basically out of everybody that worked there, it was me and the store manager were the only ones that were like super into movies. And then so as I'm like cleaning up, getting ready to close out the night, and he's over there just looking for a movie to buy, and he's got like a good handful. And so I hit him up. I was like, "Hey, you know what?" I said, "There's no new releases that I want." Because it must have been on a Tuesday or whatever. I was like, "There's no new releases I want. Is there a movie that you recommend?" And he recommended Miller's Crossing to me. And so it was a complete blind buy. And so I bought it that night, and I've loved it ever since. I've had it in my collection ever since. And so yeah, Miller's Crossing is a great one. But then at that same time, and I would say it was probably, within that year, it was a similar situation. I went to from that Circuit City to the one in Syracuse, and which was about an hour away from where I lived. And so I opened that store, and I helped open that store, and I got paid a lot more money, and I had to train a bunch of people. And so as I was working in that store, it was the same thing. There was the one kid that actually loved movies worked in the DVD section. And so then I asked him same question randomly. It's like, there's no new releases I want. I think at that time, like it was a Tuesday, and the new release was like Harry Potter, like 1 through 3 or 1 through 4 box set. And then the new Harry Potter was in the theater. So then people would go and try to buy that and get caught up. But I thought that was dumb because I was like, well, there's obviously more films. There's like 8 books or 7 books, however many books. So like, why would you buy this box set? And at the time, I didn't understand box sets at all. I liked single movies on my shelf. That's the way I liked it. I get box sets now. I enjoy them now, but at the time, I didn't. And so I asked him, and he gave me the recommendation of Pool Hall Junkies, and that is a movie that I absolutely love. I think it's fantastic. It's never gotten a Blu-ray release. It did get a DVD, and for a long time, that DVD was sitting at those higher prices, like 40, 50, 60, $100 for a DVD. It's an obscure film, and it's an indie film. It's like a low-budget indie film, but Christopher Walken's in it. And it is, if you have not seen Pool Hall Junkies, I think it's an amazing film. Even if it's like a one and done for you, I think it's worth your time. And so that's one for me, comes a high recommend. And that was the way it was too. Like he recommended, it was a complete blind buy, and that he sold it on me. He said, watch this. Christopher Walken's in it, and I bought it. And so like, and again, that's been in my collection in some format, but not always. Like, so I had it on DVD, but then I joined the Navy, and I've told the story before. Like, all my DVDs just kind of went away when I joined the Navy, and so trying to re-get that back. So I've had it on VHS since then, and that's one I would love to come to Blu-ray or 4K, but I don't see it. It was such a low budget, obscure film. I kind of don't see it coming unless like Kino Lorber puts it out. Like that's one of those things. But that's a really good one, I think. The Chan Cave. Good morning, brother. Good afternoon from a rainy UK. Well, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Oh, did you know Detroit Rock City is getting a second run on Blu-ray? I might have to pick it up then. 'Cause I did not pick it up the first time. So yeah, I'll check that out. No, I did not know. I appreciate that. We got the Arrow Video Summer Sale over here. Do you have it in the States? If so, have you picked anything up? I haven't picked anything up from Arrow. I picked up a few things, but I've been focusing on more on like, things that I thought were missing from the collection. So I haven't picked up anything from Arrow this time around, but I probably should. Probably should. And I don't think they're doing a sale. They might be. I just haven't checked. Because I think that Kino sale ends soon if it hasn't already ended. So I was probably gonna check that out today. A lot of Coen Brothers films require a second or third watch to get the tone. Yeah, but I'm telling you that one I love from day one. Miller's Crossing. But yeah, I feel you there. Yeah, they've done some great films. We got that, and so then now that we've talked about all the stuff that I want to talk about, and like, as I was told to calm down on the hate, I have some things I'm kind of excited for. So let's see. Let's try to see if I can bring up this without freezing and losing you. which it does happen when I try to share the screen. So let's see. New stuff that's coming out that I'm stoked for. We have that. There's a pre-order for, and I don't like the Nolan Batman films. I don't like too many of the Nolan films in general. I think they're fine, but I think they're one and done. I respect Christopher Nolan as a filmmaker, but his films just, for me, I don't feel there's the rewatchability in most of his films. I like The Prestige. I think that's a phenomenal film. Oppenheimer, I've watched it twice now. I think that's good. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. But again, and for me, it's not about the subject matter of Oppenheimer. And a lot of people that, people either love it or they say it's boring. I like it because it's a period piece, and I love period piece films. I think they're phenomenal. I'm kind of a sucker for them. But there is a steelbook box set coming. Let me see. Is this taking you here? Yeah, it's a yeah. Let's check this out. Share screen. Looks like Canada, Amazon. It takes you to that website. But as far as steelbook box sets go, I think it's fairly sharp. Like if I was super into these films, I would probably grab this one 100%. But here it is. Let's see. Let's put me down here. Over here where I'm not blocking stuff. So yeah, as far as like being like the box set there, I think that's sharp. It comes with some cool extras, the art cards, the lobby cards, that type of stuff. But I think that it's just clean. Like a lot of the newer art on some of these steel books and stuff has that like clean look, but a lot of people don't like it. Like Indiana Jones got a lot of backlash over that 4K box set, which I have, but it's all white and it has like the orange indie stuff on it. For whatever reason, I think this works for me, and so if I was into these films, this would be a huge purchase. But yeah, this one's coming out here. Let me close that out. So yeah, that one, the pre-order's up for it right now. And its pre-order price is $194.99, and it releases September 9th. So hopefully it's a little cheaper than that when it comes out. But then let me share this screen. Did I pause? No, I didn't pause. Nice. Got good internet today. All right, so share this screen. And then out of here, so Martyrs is one that I've completely missed. Now it's been recommended to me many times, and then several labels have put this out. This was the Eureka title that I was probably going to grab. So yeah, this is one that I'm looking forward to. It comes out October. You got a pre-order price of $41.99. I'm probably going to order it direct from Eureka, because any of these titles that I have ordered from Amazon, especially when it comes from overseas, it's hit or miss, but almost always comes in a thin cardboard envelope with no padding. And so these bigger chunky box sets, hit or miss. And one of them came really nice and it was fine and no damage. But then my Robin Hood from France, the Robin Hood 4K, that one came all smushed and damaged, and there was no sending it back because it was like the last one. So yeah, so this one I'm probably going to order direct from Eureka. I'm looking forward to it. It's one of those, I've heard it's like one of those like hard watch type films, and so it's like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to watching it, but I hear it's like it's good, but it's not great. You know what I mean? Like it's a hard watch. I guess that's what I hear. But this one, Master and Commander, I have missed this one multiple times at every release. I've never owned it. I have seen the film, but it was a distracted watch. I remember I was watching. I was in the Navy back then, and it was very distracted when I watched it. But definitely got to check this one out. Coming out of Fox, so I'm loving physical media coming out of Fox and Disney, and anytime they can, loving the artwork on there. And it's coming with a new 4K Dolby restoration from Disney Buena Vista, price pending. So it's probably going to be $1 million because they tend to do those pricings. Yeah, Master and Commander: The Far Side of the World. So yeah, that's going to be a great revisit. It's coming out in August. I don't know if I need it day one. I don't know if it's one of those like FOMO purchases. It's a steelbook. Maybe I won't pick it up. I don't know. I don't think I don't need it as a steelbook. I think it's a sharp looking steelbook, but I would prefer a obviously a standard slipcover version. New 4K restoration of the film, Dolby Vision, HDR presentation of the film, deleted scenes, historical and geographical trivia track, pop-up menus. Yeah. So this is one that I really wanted, but yeah, the steelbook only is disappointing. And it's just because I'm not a steelbook collector anymore. If you are new here, that is my my dilemma. Oh wait, here we go. All right, so there's that one. Warner Archive announcements. So we have Michael Caine's Get Carter in 4K. Now this is one that's been on my radar for a while. I have seen the remake with Stallone, so I've been interested in this one for quite a while, and so I might be picking this one up. It's a 70s film, Michael Caine. I don't think you can go wrong, but it is a huge blind buy. So I mean, I kind of get what it's about because I've seen the Stallone version. And then we have what is this? The Midnight Kiss, Warner Archive. So that's an older film, a musical. It looks like a musical film. New 4K restoration from the original camera negative. You're getting deleted scenes. You're getting some extras. I do like that. That comes out in August. Let's see, what is this one? Intruder in the Dust. Let's see, what is this one? Warner Archive from 1949. I don't know. I have to watch the trailer on that one. So those older Warner Archives, they're hit or miss for me. I'm glad that they're putting them out, but not every single one of them is up my alley. But I do like some of those older, like if it's a Gene Kelly or any of those dancing guys that did those musicals back then. I'll watch any of those ones. Fred Astaire. If you give me a Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly film on a Warner Archive, that's an instant blind buy. I don't care. But this one is probably more up my alley. I'd have to check out the trailer for it. But the hard way, I'm digging it. It looks like there's like a love triangle, some jealousy, maybe some sisters, maybe there's some murder. I don't know. I'm interested though. I'm interested. Not interested enough to read what it's about, but yeah, definitely interested in that one. And then Huckleberry Hound, that's coming out. So I'm glad they're putting out these older cartoons. Again, I don't have any nostalgia for them, but I do remember the reruns on TV when I was a kid. And then my youngest is moving out of cartoons. She likes some of them, but she's definitely trying to be older than she is and trying to watch a lot of those not cartoons. But yeah, super stoked about this Michael Caine's Get Carter though. That's probably going to be a day one purchase for me, or high on my list of things to get. Silverado, like I said, I don't have it. I double checked. Steelbook, but it looks like it's coming in a box. Is it coming in a box, or is it just the way they did the thing? So this one, you're getting a new 4K restoration of the film from the original camera negative. Awesome. Dolby Vision, HDR. Dolby Atmos track, nice, plus the 5.1, plus the 2.1 channel surround. That is awesome because sometimes that Atmos is great, especially on these older films, especially Westerns, but sometimes that 2-channel audio, the way it was recorded, is just the way to do it. So glad there's the options there. It doesn't seem like it's coming with a lot of special features. Feature presentation HD. Here we go. On the Blu-ray, there's Along the Silverado Trail, Western Historians Commentary, a Return to Silverado with Kevin Costner featurette. I'll check that out. Yeah, I mean, so interesting enough. I don't have the film. I would be glad to have this. But yeah, if it's just a steelbook, I don't need it. But it does kind of look like it's in a box. Oh no, it's just the way it's designed, the way the picture looks. I don't know. It's a sharp looking steelbook. It's a sharp looking steelbook. I might have to honestly seek out the Blu-ray if we're gonna keep doing these steelbook onlys. Megan 2.0. Like I said, I'll probably pick this one up. I think the steelbook, I think the artwork on it's pretty sharp. I kind of like the purple. They don't do that a lot. Looking at $44 for the pre-order price. I can't see it being $44. But you have like different versions. This one here, the 2-movie double feature, you can get both movies in one 4K pack. But yeah, this single 4K is probably what we're going to do. $32, so it'll probably be like 27, 28 in that range when it comes out. Looking forward to it. Like I said, I did enjoy the movie enough. I went into it and I knew it was different. Everyone, you guys told me it was different, but I went into it really wanting Chucky 2, because that's what the first one really was. So that's what I was looking forward to. But yeah, my daughter really loved this one, so we're not gonna be able to skip that one at all. And this one, I love this movie, but again, is it a steelbook only? Oh, it's got to be. Let's see. It looks like it is. Yep, steelbook limited edition. I don't know. The artwork's sharp. I love this. Maybe there's a regular version. Do I need to upgrade? Probably not. But I think that would look phenomenal in 4K. I think it would look really sharp. That's an older Blu-ray, I believe. Oh, it's good. And then, yeah, so Corpse Bride's coming out, and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of new stuff going with it, but it comes out in September. It is that higher price of 45.49 for the pre-order price. So it's going to be at that higher upper $35 for this 4K, I believe. And I'm just not into it at that price. 100% something I could wait for a sale, but I'm not sure what's going on. So you have this version, this cover, and then this cover is black. So I don't know if they changed it or there's going to be two versions, but when you click it, it just comes up with this one option. So not really sure what's going on there, but that is one that I have always enjoyed, that film, and glad it's getting a 4K. Now this one here I have on pre-order because I have a whole thing I want to talk about, especially about this Scarface release. I love Scarface. I love the 4K. These bigger premium box sets, that's the conversation I want to have. So I have a whole video planned about this. And so this one did get a pre-order, even though I haven't been doing the pre-orders. I don't necessarily think it's going to sell out, but I mean, it could sell out super fast. But that one I have on pre-order just because I have the video plan. There's the whole thing I want to do about this and talk about it. So yeah, that one I'm excited for. But I already have the four. I'm pretty sure I have the 4K Scarface already. Oop, let's see. We freeze? No, we didn't freeze. All right, let's see. All right, and then talked about all that stuff. We've talked about this before, back when it was. Um, let's see. Did I freeze? Where's my chat? Oh, there we go. I was saying I didn't have any chats at all. Yeah, all of that disappeared. So I'll get to the chat in just a second. But this is one here. Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, special edition Blu-ray. We've talked about this, coming out from Kino Lorber. I have this. And I don't know. I have I think multiple versions of this movie. All right, I know I have it on VHS. And I think I recently got the Blu-ray last year. Let's see. Because then when I got the Blu-ray, this was announced. What I get? Oh, it's in the box of Burt. So I have that from Umbrella Films. I have the box of Burt. It's got 4 Burt Reynolds films, and Best Little Whorehouse in Texas is in it. So I don't necessarily need this one. I like it. It's a Kino Lorber, and it's a Blu-ray. So I'm assuming there's going to be 2K Blu-ray Region A. I don't think there's any extra new special features. So this is more like, if you don't already have it, pick it up, sure. But it's been out on multiple formats, and it's been out on Blu-ray before, and several different labels. So I'm pretty sure if you just go to Blu-ray.com, type in Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, I'm sure it's going to come up in most countries. But great fun film, and that one's going to be coming out September 23rd. And because I have it in the box of Burt, I don't think I need it, but I do love that film. I really do. Let's see, what else is this? There's some other things I know I wanted to talk about. Oh, Sisters on 4K is coming out. Yeah, that's a good film there. Check that one. Oh no, this one I have not seen. Okay, I don't know what this one is. I thought this was the older one with Margot Kidder. Yeah, I don't know what that one is. So yeah, that one's coming 2006. This film was from. I have to check out the trailer. I don't know anything about that one, so I've got no skin in the game, as they say. But this is something I'm excited for. You know, I'm a huge fan of imprint films, and this is no different. So I have not picked up any of these adventure box sets, but I have a friend in Australia who absolutely loves these adventure box sets, and so I know he's trying to collect all of them. He's a huge fan, and he's younger than I am, but he's like really into a lot of the older films. And I'll like spout off a film or something I'm into, and then he's already like are blind buying it or wanting to add it to his collection just based off the cast or the director and stuff. So he's really into a lot of these older films, and so that's where we basically became friends. That and he makes fun of me. So, but he's really into these adventure films, and so I haven't picked these up, and so I'm a huge imprint fanboy. But this one is the one that I want. And so it's Adventure Tales of Adventure Collection 8. And you got Vincent Price in one of these films. So you got War Gods of the Deep. I'm super stoked for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. And so yeah, this is the one that I'm going to be picking up for sure. Master of the World from 1961, Valley of the Dragons. And that's a world first on Blu-ray apparently. Jules Verne's Rocket to the Moon from 67 and Light of the Edge of the World from 71. So yeah, that's the one that I'm going to be grabbing, but there's 3 of these coming out. So you have Tales of Adventure number 9 and this one here, you know, and they do, you know, the Tales of Adventure box, like the movies kind of have similar themes generally. And so yeah, that's something that I don't need them all, and I haven't collected any of the other ones, but I definitely think I'm going to be grabbing 8. And so these are something that if you're into the older films, it's just a great way to grab them. Nice little collection there. And then number 7 here, you got The Thief of Baghdad, The Thief of Baghdad, and Thief of Baghdad. So you got 3 different movies, one from 1924, one from 1940, and one from 1961, all in one little box set there. So we got that. And then this one I'm super stoked for because I am collecting them, and I do have the other one on order. So the Bewitched, this one is season 7 and 8 pre-orders, and Space 1999. So looking forward to both of these ones, and they come out in September. So Space 1999, like I think I want to grab that one. I don't know if I'm going to. I don't know if I'm going to, but I think I want to grab it when I have. It piqued my interest because, like, I don't know. There's something about like that, you know, 70s, 60s in that range of like the sci-fi space movies and TV shows. I've been kind of getting into them lately. So the Green Slime movie that Warner Archive put out like kind of got me in that kick. So I think that's what I want. I don't know. It looks like it's a British TV show. So not sure if I'm 100% grabbing Space 99, but I am getting Bewitched here. So this one again, it comes out in September. I like the artwork on the box. I think it's phenomenal. I have the first 2 seasons of Bewitched. I have 3 and 4 on order, and then 5 and 6. I do have to order that as well. But yeah, I'm super stoked about this one. I do love Bewitched. I love the box set that they put out. So there's that. Let me get caught up with the chat. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're a little bit behind on the chat. Let me get caught up here. All right, here we go. Metalman 777. My wife and I are currently arguing over widescreen or full screen version. Yeah, it doesn't, to me, the formats generally don't matter, but yeah. Depends on where I'm watching it. If I'm gonna try to watch it, because I have an older projector that does the 4:3, and I have a 4:3 projector screen for it. So if I'm watching it on that, 100% looking for 4:3 movies, older stuff, DVDs, and VHS that do that. But even like there's some plenty of Blu-rays, but it's an older projector that only has. I think it does have like one of those like computer inputs where you can get like the wire that adapts to HDMI, but then it just has an S video and the composite video input. But then if I'm watching it in here on the old tube TV, clearly looking for the old 4:3 stuff. Although there are plenty of those laser discs that are in widescreen that are still really enjoyable on this old CRT television. So yeah, for me, it just depends on where I'm watching it. Quietly Games. Good morning, 80s. I'll pick up In a Violent Nature 4K Steelbook. Nice. Oh, you did. You picked it up? Nice, nice. 4K Steelbook, solid 4K transfer, but if you have the Blu-ray, you don't have to upgrade. Looks good enough. Yeah, that is the dilemma, and that's the conversation. And then you have like these like 4K I don't want to say bros, but you have these 4K guys that are like, they spend a ton of money on their equipment, and like sometimes they tell me in the comments like how much they spend on their equipment, and so then it's for them it's 4K or bust. But I'm like, if it's a newer movie shot digitally in 4K, it's going to look phenomenal on a Blu-ray, and then going from the Blu-ray to the 4K, either you're not going to see a difference or it's such a slight uptick in quality. Is it worth the extra 30 or $40 to double dip? And so it's one of those things where like I tend to lean towards a 4K if I don't have it in the collection at all. The 4K is a no-brainer, but if I already have it on Blu-ray and it looks really good, I have been skipping some of those 4Ks unless they're on sale. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I've done several videos on it too, but then I always get hit with that, like, well, I spent X money on my system and it's 4K or bust. And I'm like, I'd rather spend that 30 or $40 on a movie I don't have. That's where I'm at. Chan Cave, good morning did I get like shoved all the way back? Let me see. Yeah, you guys did go away for a little while. Let's see. I'm late. What did I miss? Everyone. Yes, you did miss we didn't get the everyone so far. So yes, I appreciate you being here, brother. Morning, TJ. Good morning. Let's see. Where's the thing? There it is.
Bring me everyone. What do you mean, everyone?
Everyone, yes. Yes. Good morning, brother. Yeah. An hour and 22 minutes, and we finally got an everyone. But good morning, brother. Yeah, you just missed me talking about movies I liked and movies I didn't like. You text me and we'll talk about that. Or you can just rewatch this later. Imprint sent me some review copies, so I have to review that. I'm going to marathon the rest of the Supermans. I watched the new one. I enjoyed it. I watched the Christopher Reeves, the first one from '78 last night. I watched the theatrical cut, so I might just watch the director's cut and then marathon the rest and skip out on returns. There's that, and then Summer School. I'm going to watch Summer School this weekend because it's a good summertime movie. And so I guess you're all cut up now. Let's see. Let's see. Aces of Movies. Good morning, Aces of Movies. Do you like Renaissance Man? Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen it. I like it. Back then when it came out too, like my mom rented like movies based on like she would know nothing about it, and she'd rent certain movies. So she rented Renaissance Man just because Danny DeVito was in it, and so like I watched it at a younger age, and I've always enjoyed it. I don't have it in the collection, and so it's something I would add 100%. I just don't have it. I don't know why I don't have it. It's probably just because I've never seen it in a store at any point, and then I never thought to order it. But yeah, great film for sure. Need Romancing the Stone, King Solomon's Mine on 4K. Oh yeah. Yeah, Romancing the Stone on 4K would be 100% a day one. 100%. Love that. Love that film. And then the second one, I I go back and forth and enjoy it, but like the first one I think is awesome. Second one I feel like it's one of those like time capsule political things that were happening at the time when the movie was made. And so like while it's still I think the second one, it's enjoyable enough. I feel it's like, what they do with some of these modern films that I'm not liking. It's, they're cramming in stuff that's going on today. And so that escapism's out the window and isn't going to be a mainstay in 20 years or so. Probably not. But yeah, that first movie there, Romancing the Stone, awesome. Love that movie. And Scarface, yes, yeah, Scarface is great. Does anyone know if Walmart charges for pre-order, on order, or at time of item ship? I don't know. Some things do and some things don't. Like I ordered um there's this really expensive backpack company, and that's one of the things. Like I guess you don't know about me, but you do now. I'm a I'm a backpack guy. Like I just buy them. I don't need them most of the time, but like when we do, like we go to my in-laws or we go places, like I grab the bag. I do a day pack. I pack a day pack, and like so I have a lot of backpacks. And Osprey, like Osprey, is a very expensive backpack company, and I only buy their bags when they do the sales and the clearance. And so I just got this like $180 backpack. I think it was like $40 or something. It was on sale, and so I just grabbed that, and I bought it last week, and then they didn't charge me until Sunday, and then it shipped on Monday, and then it showed up yesterday. And so like that was just an interesting thing. Amazon doesn't charge. So but I kind of feel that Walmart charges right away. But maybe they don't. Maybe they don't. And then they also have like there's like those third party sellers that can also sell on Walmart. So maybe that also changes how things are done. But yeah, I kind of feel that Walmart charges immediately, but maybe they don't. But yeah, it surprises me the companies that charge right away or the ones that wait. You never know. Yeah, the backpack one was this, like I bought it like forever ago, and then I got like a message on my phone that the money was taken out on Sunday. I'm like, the money should have been taken out like a week ago. I felt. Um, Also, I think they take the money and they put it back. Oh yeah, and that does happen. There's a couple of companies that do that where they almost like they put a hold on it where it looks like it's been withdrawn, and then they put it back, and then they charge. Best Buy does that sometimes on pre-orders because, like, I remember when I was trying to get that Friday the 13th set, they kept doing that where like it would they would take the money and then they would put it back, and then it was such a good amount of time. But plus, I think they oversold the pre-orders that like every couple weeks or so, I was getting like a message, and I'm looking at my bank, and I'm like, I got more money than I thought I had, and then I'm looking at the bank, and then they're like, we're charged your card. And I'm like, oh, but you charged the card like months ago. And then I'm like, yeah. So yeah, Best Buy does that, but I don't mess with them anymore. Obviously, they don't do physical media anymore. I've got that. Are you picking up Final Destination Bloodlines on 4K? Yeah, I probably will, unless it's a steelbook only kind of thing. I liked the movie. I really enjoyed it. I like Final Destination movies, and that one I really enjoyed. I didn't think I would. That's one of the ones I went in thinking negatively. I thought I wasn't going to like it, and I ended up leaving liking it. I thought it was a decent film. Is it like the best one? No, I thought it was great. I thought it was good enough, and I would definitely have it. But I have the first 5 films in those like that Blu-ray collection where it's like this like thinner box Blu-ray and it's got all the discs in it. And so I have that. So I would like to either get like a nice box set, or I'd like to probably get them individually if I'm gonna add that to the collection. And then obviously if it's a steelbook only, I'm probably gonna skip it for now. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it. Sounds like you have an awesome slate of movies to get through. That's awesome to hear about the new Superman. A daughter wants to see it, so it looks like we'll be going to the theater soon. Yeah, um, yeah, that one. Like I said, I enjoyed it. My daughter enjoyed it, and my wife did not. But then, like, I'm sitting there, like, all the stuff that they had in the film that most like my wife didn't understand. They had the Superman robots and that type of stuff, and I just kept referring to different comic books, and so it's like for me this was great. I enjoyed it. Like, is it high up there on the Superman list? No, but I don't know. I might put it after because I like 1, 2, and 3 solid. I think 3 I like more than 2, but I know that's controversial. Like people get mad at me for saying that. But I would put this one above 4, and I always liked 4. 4, I got nostalgia for it. I love 4, but then so it's from Superman Returns to the Henry Cavill Supermans. I never really cared for any of those. I think Henry Cavill's a good Superman. I just didn't like those films, but this would be ahead of those for sure. So I would probably rank this 4 out of, fourth out of all my favorite Superman movies for sure. And then Superman 4 from Christopher Reeve, I would put that at number 5 if I were to have to rank them. Yeah, for positive. I enjoyed it that much. And I'll be buying it on 4K for sure. Yeah, got that. And Jewel of the Nile needs a 4K. Yeah, Jewel of the Nile is great too. Like I said, I enjoy the film. I have the Blu-ray, but I always go back to that first one. I love Romancing the Stone, and then Romancing the Stone and Firewalker. Those two movies, like I think of them at the same time. I like to watch them, kind of back to back. I do enjoy those. So those are huge recommends for me. But yeah, Jewel of the Nile would be great on 4K for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I just, at the time I was talking about the sequel, I just couldn't think of Jewel of the Nile, but I do have the Blu-ray, and it is good. It is good for sure. Let's see, Coal Miner's Daughter's getting a 45th anniversary 4K. That's a movie I don't think I've ever seen, but I always joke because my father-in-law actually was a coal miner, so I always joke that I married a coal miner's daughter, and then my wife, rolls her eyes and all that stuff, but. And it's because of this movie. I always mention this movie, but I have never seen it. Uh, Sissy Spacek and Tommy Lee Jones. I probably should see it. So I don't know. I might pick this one up depending on the price. But it's always been on my radar. But it's also something, like I said, for over a decade now. I have, kind of joked about that with my wife. And it's probably why I haven't never picked it up. Let's see what we got there. Kung Fu Panda 2 on 4K. A lot of those cartoons look phenomenal. They look phenomenal on Blu-ray, but the 4K also makes them look great, makes them pop. We got that stuff. We talked about a lot of those other films. This one here, this is the one that I think is important to talk about because it's Radioland Murders. If you have never seen this movie, and now this has been out on Blu-ray before, but it's being put out on Blu-ray with a new 2K restoration from the Intrapositive. I don't know what that original Blu-ray had. I don't own that original Blu-ray, but I think this is a fun film. But I think it's important to talk about this one because, as we always talk about Disney and not letting things go, this, if you don't know, is a Lucasfilm. So Radioland Murders, it was previously released by Universal Studios on Blu-ray, but this movie is a Lucasfilm movie. And so if we get that one, there's that other Lucasfilm movie about the car with, what's his nuts? Something in a car. Let's see. Is it Tucker? Yeah, Tucker the Man and His Dream. So that's a movie from 1988, and it's another Lucas film that I really enjoyed. And to get that on Blu-ray, I don't know if it has a Blu-ray now, but to get that on Blu-ray or 4K or have a new restoration done on this film, I think would be sharp and great. And just the fact that this is a Lucas film that's being put out by Kino Lorber now in 2025. Maybe can we get some of them Touchstone films? I think Kino Lorber has done a Touchstone film in the past or two. Somebody mentioned that before, so that's kind of in my in my memory, but I'm not exactly 100% positive on that. But they have done Fox title. They've done other films before. So the fact that this is a Lucasfilm, it's a Disney owned property that's being put out by Kino Lorber. Could we get some really great Touchstone films like Down and Out in Beverly Hills, like something that's never been put out on Blu-ray before, Captain Ron, things that I talk about all the time that have never been put on Blu-ray before. This has been put out on Blu-ray, but the fact that it's a Disney-owned property and it's being put out, I think that's positive. I think it's really positive, and I think if it's a type of movie that you're into, don't just buy it to buy it, but if it's a movie that you're into, obviously I would love for you to support it. I'm going to be picking it up. I don't own this already, so I am going to be picking this up, and I am going to pick it up probably day one. Comes out in September, just to support in hopes that more Disney properties get released. But yeah, the other one is Tucker the Man and His Dream. It's a true story from 1988, and it's a good story, but it stars Jeff Bridges, Joan Allen, Martin Landau's in this one. Yeah, you got a lot of great things. Christian Slater's in the film. Great actors. Great set cast there. But that's a film. Francis Ford Coppola directed it. But you have it's a story of Preston Tucker, and he designed a car. He also designed like a tank or something for the army, and it never got picked up. But he designed this car, and then the big car manufacturers kind of bullied him out of it and kind of took him to court and were trying to paint him as a fraud. And in the court case, like I mean, in the movie, I don't know what happened in real life, but in the movie, he brought all the cars that he made to the courthouse to prove that he was right. But by then, he was basically bankrupt, and it was one of those things that kind of sucked. And so, like, those cars are extremely expensive, extremely collectible, and I enjoyed the movie. I really did. Not being a car guy, I thought the movie was great. And so I would like for that to come out for sure. Got that. So yeah, I think that was it. I think that was everything that I want to talk about. If I missed anything, let me know. Yeah, those are all the new stuff there for sure. And then what do we got here? TJ Firewalker has an unfair advantage over Romancing the Stone. Chuck Norris. Oh yeah, that one though. Like, oh man, Firewalker. It's one of my favorites, and like I don't have a lot of Chuck Norris films in the collection, even though I grew up watching the Chuck Norris films. I like them. I just I don't know. I don't know if it's that Walker Texas Ranger that like kind of like threw me off, because like when that was on and all those reruns are on and it was just like a thing in the 90s, I pretty much stopped watching the Chuck Norris films except for Firewalker, and so I love that one. Absolutely love that one. And good to see 80s. See you later. All right, brother. You have a good one. I'm going to be wrapping this up soon. And yeah, as I wrap it up, I'm going to go spend time with my daughter. My wife has like a work thing, a work event, picnic. I don't know. She's doing something, some golfing thing they have to do for work. So they're doing that. So yeah, I'm going to wrap this up and go spend some time with my daughter. She's downstairs all by herself, watching TV or whatever. So I was like, definitely gotta wrap this up. But while we're here, we're going to do the giveaway. We're going to give away a t-shirt and we're going to give away a mug. So the t-shirt is going to be of your choice if you are a member. And then I do have something I'm rolling out. So I mentioned it in the members only video, which we're going to be rolling out one a week. And I think I'm going to knock them out on Wednesday. So if you are a member and Wednesday rolls around and I don't have the video out, feel free to hit me up and what's up. Cause I'm telling you, I lose track of the days, but, the air conditioner is going to be fixed tomorrow because the new air conditioner unit is in my backyard right now, and the guy's supposed to put it in tomorrow. So Monday, this room's not going to be hot anymore. I'm going to be able to knock out these videos, and then so the member only video on Wednesday. Every Wednesday will be a member only video, and then this week for sure, I have a video for every single day, Monday through Friday. But then I think after that, I think I'm going to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday video, do three videos a week. That way I'm not like getting burnt out, which does happen because the amount of time, like to put out like a 5 or 10 minute video, like I can sit here and record and just do whatever, but it's the editing, the adding stuff. And then like the other day, like I made a video, and I've made many videos where I do like the side by sides, or I show what I'm talking about, or I add clips, and that stuff always takes a good amount of time. So like a 5 or 10 minute video that you watch takes hours of editing sometimes, or I'm in here like all day. And then not only this isn't my only thing, like I have to take care of my family, my kid, like I do all the cooking in the house. Like, so it's not like I just get to sit here and just focus on this stuff. And then on top of that, it's trying to watch movies and do the stuff that I'm talking about instead of just faking it. So it's like trying to knock everything out. And so like, so somebody complained the other day, and I've, the same topic, I have added the clips in. So it's not like I've just randomly talked about this. And they were like, you spent this entire video talking and you wasted an opportunity to show, what you were talking about. And I was like, the whole point of that video was my feelings based on whatever it was. I forget exactly what it was, but I thought that was too funny. Like, I'm just a guy. I'm just a guy here with opinions, and so I can't please everybody. But I'm gonna be knocking out, like I said, a video after this week, a video Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That's going to be the release day. And even if you're not a member, feel free to hit me up. My DMs are always open through Twitter. And then I have the email, but the email's hard. I don't check it. I never think about it. And so if you email me, I'm probably not gonna see it for a while. But if you DM me, I check it eventually because I have a friend in the Philippines and a friend in Australia, and that's how we stay in conversation, in communication, is through Twitter. So I'm always there. I mean, you can always get me there. And so yeah, if I miss a day or I'm late or whatever, feel free to hit me up and give me a hard time. Give me a hard time. Keep me on track. Let's see. Ribinator, good morning. Watch Dark City for the first time. Oh, how did you enjoy that movie? I love it. It's one of my favorites. I'm glad you picked it up. But yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think of that one. I think it's a solid film. I didn't upgrade the 4K because I rewatched my Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is phenomenal on the OLED. And so I might pick it up eventually, but I'm very happy with it. And it's one of those ones that it doesn't get watched a ton because nobody else in the house is going to enjoy that movie. But yeah, let me know what you think. Cheers, bro. Yeah, cheers, brother. Cheers. It's a lot of videos. Yeah, that's the plan. And it's just it was just like one damn thing after another. Being sick, the whole thing, and then the air conditioner going out. Like it was just a pain. I know it's excuses, but we'll get there. Psh, easy fix. Ignore your family. Boom, more time. Got it. Got it. 100%. Uh, got that. Have an awesome weekend, 80s. Enjoy your time with your family and your awesome movie collection. You too, brother. You too. But if you stick around, I'm doing a giveaway right now. So it's no cost to you. We do it once a month. We do a mug, which is this mug, and a T-shirt. And so, like, if you're a member and you win, you can get the members only T-shirt that's there. But if you are a member, I did put out, if you were a member before and then you were a member still in July, there was like a date I put on the video. Like, if you were still a member in July at that point, I'm going to be sending you something. But I'm making a whole new shirt, a whole new thing, and then it's a tier base. So, like, if you're a dollar member, you're going to get a lower tier item. But if you're the $5 member or the higher tiers, you're going to get a higher thing. And it was just my way to give back to the members because I slacked so much on member only videos and like giving back to the community and all that. So that is coming, and I'll hit you guys up individually because I mean, like, certain tiers get certain things. So we'll do that. But then feel free to post it on social media. Feel free to tag me in it and whatever. And that's the same thing. So yeah, today we're gonna knock this giveaway out. And if you don't know, let's see, let's do some let's go to the Fourth Wall store. So you can be a member here on YouTube, or you can be a member on the Fourth Wall store where we have all the merch and the coffee mug and all that stuff. And feel free to purchase that because all that does is go back into giving stuff away. So it doesn't make me a ton of money. Oh, I'm not signed in. Hold on, let me see if I hate signing in. I never remember my passwords. Hold on, let's see. So I can't get in. Okay, we got in. We got in. But oh, we did. Somebody just ordered something. Nice. Appreciate you. I don't know what you ordered. Hold on. Shows somebody ordered something. I'm not sure what they ordered. Maybe because you can do like tips and stuff. So maybe somebody did that because it literally is showing one order for like $4. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I have to figure that out. So yeah, that's that. But anyway, so am I sharing this by accident? Oh yeah, I don't want to share that. It's got people's personal information. Here we go. All right, let me get out of here and go to like the regular store. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna be updating this soon. We're gonna be adding some new merch for the summer, but the stuff I have up now is kind of like summerish, and then the new stuff that I'm gonna be giving away to the members. We got that. But if you want to be a member, on fourth wall, always welcome, always welcome. But if you do that, there's like a DM option through the fourth wall store, which is pretty easy, pretty easy. But if you become a member, there is more access to me. Some of you guys get the phone number, and it depends on that. I'm willing to give that out to the members, and it's a different form of communication. We talk about movies as long as it stays there and stays like in the movie conversation. Um, I'm open. I'm open and very solid to that. But if it ever gets weird, I'll just ignore it. But yeah, so the fourth wall store. I don't know if the link is pinned in every video. So if you go to the description of the videos and like the links that are there, this fourth wall store is there. We have merch, and like I said, I don't make a ton of money off of this, and anything that I do, it goes back into doing the giveaways. And so right now we have some stuff that's been up for a little while. I do need to update this, but we have the members only 80s made shirt. We have the quote from Leon. This is from Matilda with the grenade pin there. Some multiple colors. Reptilicus is one of my favorite shirts here. Love that movie poster. The movie poster is better than the movie. And we do have Steamboat Willie. Steamboat Willie is in public domain, so we get to use Steamboat Willie, and that is there. I can't use the word Mickey Mouse anywhere on there, or Disney or anything. It has to either be Steamboat Willie, or like I just call it Boat Mouse just to get around it. But the actual image, 100% in public domain, so we're using that. This is one of the more popular shirts, the Betamax. Am I sharing the screen? Okay, yeah, we are. All right. The Betamax VHS Laserdisc CED, that is definitely one of the more popular shirts. We have it in multiple colors: red, blue, gray. Oh, the blue's not showing up. Blue, gray, and yellow. Laurel and Hardy, love that movie poster there. And then this one, Audrey Hepburn. I'm big fan of Audrey Hepburn, so we have that. And that movie poster actually is in public domain. I don't think the movie is, but the poster is 100%. Dracula, love that. So we got a lot of stuff, and you can always check this website out yourself. Order yourself some merch, but we're going to be giving stuff away, and it's any T-shirt except for the members only. The only members will be able to get that, but you'll be able to pick out the T-shirt. And how this works is, don't give me your information. If you win, just DM me through either Twitter or email me or whatever, and then I'll get it eventually. And then what I'll do is I'll send you a link. All you do is tell me which shirt you want, and I'll set it up. I'll send you a link, and then it takes you right to the store, and it says claim your prize. You fill out all the information there. There's no exchange of information, and then you just get your item free and clear, paid by me, and you're good. So that's how that's going to work. And we do have memberships here, and so in the members only, I have videos, posts, different things, and also the access to it. Like I said, you have direct messaging through here to me as well. So fourth wall store is great, and there's also discounts. Like I know YouTube, the membership doesn't give you discount there, but there's discounts on the merch. And if you are a member on YouTube, get a hold of me, and if you want to buy something, I'll make sure you get the discount for sure. But right now, let me know if you. I don't have it in front of me, so we're gonna do the honor system, and I kind of remember. We're gonna do the shirt first. If you have not won a shirt, let me know. Put ones or something in the chat to let me know that you want the shirt, and we're gonna start off that way. But yeah, keep it honest, because I don't know what I did with my my list. I should have just a post-it note of like people have won in the past. We got that. What we got? Arthur, I love my 80s shirt. Very comfortable. Yeah. The 80s, the Goonies shirt there. The hoodie is also really comfortable. So when it gets colder, I recommend grabbing that hoodie. But yeah, this one I think is sharp. For a while, this was the best seller, but right now the format. Ask me about my format shirt is the best seller. I want to win the shirt. Thank you. Yes, Craig, and I know you have a mug, so I will definitely try to get you. I mean, put you in the running for the shirt. We got that. Shirt. All right, let me get this. Before I get that, let me, if I missed any chats. Yeah, for sure. Don't burn yourself out. No, but I gotta get back into it. I mean, I was putting out 3 videos a week before, and that was a good schedule. And then like, everything happened, and then it just, and I feel bad. We built this community, and then like I had, you know, kind of taken a hiatus, which is why I didn't want to not stream. So I streamed through all of it and did it anyway. But we're back. We're back in full force. And like I said, the air conditioning should be straight after tomorrow. Ribinator. I got the Blu-ray chunky, and I loved it. Easily my third favorite Kiefer Sutherland film. It's phenomenal. It is a great film. That was a blind rental for me back early, 2000s or whenever it came out. Like it was, I remember I was living on my own. I had just graduated high school, maybe a year or two before, and so like I was fresh on my own. And I remember renting it. It was a blind rental. That one and Existenz, I think I rented in the same weekend, and that's a crazy movie too. And I never picked up the Vinegar Syndrome release, so I got to get that one. I haven't seen that in a long time, but uh, the this one here, phenomenal, phenomenal. Yeah, it was a I don't know. It sits with you in a good way, like it definitely does. Got that. Let's see. What is the biggest shirt size you have? Some of the shirts are limited, but somebody did order like a 4 or 5X. I can go back. Let's see. I'm not sharing this, right? Yeah, I'm not sharing this. Let me double check. Yeah, because I know some of the shirts, and if you have like a size you need, and it's not being carried, like I will do whatever I can do to accommodate that, and maybe make that design on a shirt that is available in a different size. So let me just see all products. Let's just see this one T-shirt here, 5XL, 5XL. I can share this. Share this. Let's see, screen. So yeah, right here. Let's see, so yeah, five XL, and this is the shirt that it's really soft, really comfortable, and it's what I've been using for most of the blanks to come up with the designs. So depending on the color, like sometimes see this color, they're out of the extra small and they're out of the 5XL. So sometimes the color isn't there, so 5XL, but they do go up to 5XL. And let's see this hoodie. It's the same hoodie. This one, the hoodie goes up to 3XL. But like I said, there's other shirts available that I can use to make things. Let me see, what's this one? That's a member only hoodie. Forgot. Let's see this one. There's different hoodies. This one's 2XL, but that one also might be the color. So yeah, let me know what you're into if it doesn't work out for you, and we'll see if we can't do a different size or a different kind of shirt. This one's 2XL all around. Yeah, so there's that. But it seems like we do up to 5XL on a lot of that stuff. And let's see name picker. I think it's like, what was it, name picker? Wheel of random names. Is that the one we always go to? Yes. So we already have some people in here. And let's see. Whoop. So this is for the shirt giveaway. Let's see. We have blue corner, of course. Blue. And then Craig. I know Craig wanted a shirt. And then let's see. Yeah, we got you there. TJ, me want shirt. Of course you do, TJ. Of course you do. TJ. Got you there. Let's see. Yeah, and TJ says the hoodies are awesome. Yeah, they are. They're I try to get the most comfortable. And like I said, like the reason I did this, I was like, if you guys want it, it's part of the community. Like it's totally awesome. I'm glad, love the support. But realistically, I just wanted clothes that I wanted to wear, and like because I had to buy new clothes, and I was like, I'm tired of buying crap in the thing. I just want to buy the things that I want to wear, and so that's why I started doing it for sure. And what's up, brother? We got the movie den in the house. Yo, brother. Yeah, check him out. He's got his own YouTube channel. Um, and more than I like, I like some horror films. I like horror, and I'm not saying he's a horror YouTuber, but if you want to talk horror movies, he's a horror hound, I think, for sure. Ribinator. Also, when on vacation, I got The Last House on the Left Arrow release. Oh, that's a solid film too. So I like that one. If you need a bigger size than 5XL, well, then yikes. Yeah, got some big boys. I used to be a big boy, and so like I lost a ton of weight. Now you guys know, you've seen it, you've seen the videos, you've all commented, but like I'm down 100 pounds. Like I lost 100 pounds. I went from a 2XL to a medium. And so like a lot of these shirts, like this shirt is like it's real big and loose on me, but I'm in a solid medium, and I lost over 100 pounds, and I'm just hovering right at the 200 pound mark right now. I got to get um like 195 was like my Navy weight. So I'm close. Never. Yes. Yes, for sure. All right. So we got that. So, let's see. Ribinator, right? See, how do you spell that? Oh, just how it sounds. Ribanator. Ribanator. If I spelled it wrong, you'll know. But I think that's everybody, right? I think I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna share this, and so if I missed you, let me know if you want a shirt. We'll add you in. Let's see. Share the screen. Yeah, we're doing good today. We're not haven't had any issues with the internet. That's solid. Let's see, my blue corner. My fat ass is a 2XL. I prefer a 3XL. So yeah, and I would like to get further down. Yeah, I was like, the only thing I recommend is getting. So my friend from the Philippines is like, man, you lost a lot of weight. And I told him, I said, man, I got sick, and like I've been sick, since February, and I lost like 100 pounds. And he laughed, and he's like, I thought you were getting your life together. So I was just like, yeah, it wasn't on purpose, but it worked out. Worked out for sure. I'm a 6XL. Well, Ribinator, let me know. Let me know. We'll figure something out. So if you win this, we'll figure something out, and then I can. There's other shirt blanks, and so if I can do the 6X or even larger, like I will. Or there's other things we could do. So let me know if you win, or DM me. We'll have a conversation about that. And like I said, I'm on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, or my email. But my email, I don't check that often. But I'm working it down 20 pounds so far. Well, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Or you can just do the 5XL and look at turn it into a goal shirt. You can do that. I thought you were getting your life together is the most diabolical reply. Yeah. It's like I have good friends, and it's like keeping you in check is the best friend you can have. Like somebody that just kind of lets you do your thing, and like because he used to always call me a fat ass, so it's good. And the thing is, like he's a big boy. Like he's from the Philippines. He's a big boy, so it's just funny that he would call me a fat ass. I working on it more than me, so there's that. True story, true story. And well, that was the thing is like whatever it was, like me getting sick and it got kick started, like losing the weight. Like not only did I keep losing it, but then I've also like I maintained. Like I haven't really changed my diet and I haven't changed a lot of things. But for whatever reason, it kick started the whole thing. So that works for sure, for sure. All right, yeah, let's kick this out. So then, if there's anybody else that would like to win a shirt, let me know. We got 21 people in here, and hit the like button if you haven't. Let's get this. Let's get this out into the algorithm. Um, and then, yeah, if there's nobody else that wants to be added onto the list, we're gonna knock this out right away, and then we'll give away the mug, and then I'll wrap this up. So I don't know how far away I'm behind today, because like normally it's like 30 seconds, but like a lot of times it was freezing, and then I would be behind like a minute and a half, where I'm like waiting for you guys to get caught up to where I'm at. So shouldn't be a big deal. So it looks like nobody else wants to be in the running for the shirt. So yeah, I'm just gonna press the button now, I guess. Let's see. Oh, Blue Corner. Blue Corner won a shirt, and so then oh, congratulations, brother. Congratulations. Remove. And also remove Craig because he's got a mug. And also remove TJ. And then do that again for the mug. All right, so yeah, so Blue Corner won a T-shirt. So you're done. You're done for the year until we do Christmas. Christmas, we are going to, like, it's no holds barred. I'm going to do a bunch of giveaways, and then everybody's back in it for Christmas. So Blue Corner, blue shirt. Yeah. So you have free reign, Blue. Just let me know anything you want. And we'll fix it up, and I'll get it over to you. Just let me know, and whenever. So there's that. So now, yeah, congratulations, brother. Let me know. We're gonna do the mug now. So if you don't have a mug already, you want a mug, let me know. And then, ooh, I got packages outside. So yeah, let's wrap this up so I can go get my packages. And then yeah, so if you don't already have a mug, let me know, and then I will put you in the running. We'll do the mug, or yeah, I think that'll be okay. Let's see. You're doing Halloween editions again this year? Oh, of course, of course. Like I'll have them up in September. So like I said, so we're doing the camper trip the first week of September. I'm not going to be here for the Saturday live show. So we'll do a premiere. I will do at least an hour long show where I'll do a premiere, and I don't know where we're going to be, if I'm going to have internet service or not. So maybe I'll be in the chat, maybe I won't, but I'll still be able to put on an hour long show for you guys on Saturday. Just won't be live for in September. But then in September, that's where, like, when I get back from the camping trip, like that's when we're launching the Halloween stuff. So we're doing the Halloween exclusive merch, and that's limited. Like the Christmas stuff, anytime we do the Christmas merch, that stays up all year round. But the Halloween merch is limited to Halloween. So it'll come up the second week of September, and then it'll go down November 1st. Like that'll be it. And so it's super limited. And like the one hoodie that I got, like it's got the actual date on it. It's got 2025 or 2024 on it. So yeah, we're gonna do it. And then I do this like a pumpkin, this whole thing. We do this whole design. I don't know if I'm going to keep the pumpkin from last year because it's got like this like scroll work and the stuff, or we're going to do a new pumpkin every year. I don't know what's going to be the thing, but yeah, and we'll pick some. Last year we did the Nosferatu, the original black and white Nosferatu. We did that as the exclusive, like that was the guy. So we'll have to look for something really cool for the public domain, and maybe you guys can pick it. Maybe we can do something where you guys put your hat in the ring and see what we can do and come up with some designs. But yeah, so yeah, 100% doing the Halloween editions for sure. And congrats, Blue. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I do. The mug, yes, but I don't know if, like, everybody else here has a mug, so I don't know. Maybe we'll do a mug. I don't know. Why don't we just do another drawing for a shirt? Why don't we do that? Because even though nobody got anything off my wish list, and I'm not pushing that. But we generally do like the premium shirts and the premium stuff, or we do like extra if somebody sends me stuff off my Amazon wish list. But nobody did. But why don't we just do a premium shirt? Because uh, I know that everyone here that was in the shirt drawing, they already have mugs. And so it would just be like me just handing you a mug, Ribinator. So why don't we just do another shirt drawing? Do that. And so then we'll put Craig back in. We'll put TJ back in, Ribinator. Let's go back in here. Let's see. TJ, Ribinator, Craig. So this is for another shirt, not a premium. This is going to be for another T-shirt. Arthur, yes, the mug club. Yeah, we're skipping the mug today. We're doing two T-shirts today. We're doing two T-shirts. But yes, the mug club is awesome. It's where it's at, and it works for the Saturday show for sure. So I've got the 3 people in here that I know. We're looking for T-shirts last time. If there's anybody else that would like to T-shirt, we got 23 people in here. Like I said, it's free to you. And then we're going to wrap this up. So I'm going to give you a minute. Any last minute takers? Anybody? We got the movie den was in here. I was like, I know he would love a shirt. Maybe get him that Horror Hound shirt would be great. Yeah, I think that's everybody. If it's not everybody, let me know. Let me know for sure. And then we're gonna knock this out. Yeah. Okay. So enough time has passed. I'm gonna hit the button. Oh, wrong one. I can't click that. There we go. For sure. There you go. Got it. All right. So, yeah, congratulations, Ribinator. That is super awesome. But now you're taken out of the drawing for a shirt for the rest of the year, but you are still in the running for mugs. Right, or shirt. So yeah, hit me up, DM me through Twitter's. Is what I said is the best way to get a hold of me. And then unless you want to become a member on the Fourth Wall, and that's super easy. But then or email me. You can also email me, and all those links are down below in every single one of my videos. And we'll talk. We'll talk. If you want to try to do the 6X, if I can make something, or you want to hit up those 5X and do the goal shirt, let me know for sure. But congratulations. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so close, TJ. So close. Yeah, but I was like, we have a I don't know. Hit me up, TJ. We'll talk. I got something. I wanted your opinion, because like those member only giveaways that I was going to do. I wanted your opinion on it. So we'll talk for sure. Let's see. What do we got? Ribinator says, I've been collecting mugs lately. Found a really cool Alice in Wonderland cup and saucer from Box Lunch. Nice. And I've told everybody this before. So this is the only mug in the house. And there's a Christmas version of this too. But this is the only mug in the house that is not Disney. Like all the rest of the mugs are Disney. I'm a huge Disney fan. I love Disney World. I love Disney. The old stuff. I like the old stuff. And so all the mugs in the house are Disney except for this. And all my older kids are all grown up. They're in college and doing that type of stuff. So the only people in the house is just me, my wife, and our youngest daughter, who's 8. So there's only 3 of us, and we literally probably have like 36 mugs. Zero reason to have that many, but sometimes it's nice. It's nice to have a different mug, for sure. So yeah, collecting is great. Yeah, for sure. All right. So yeah, congratulations, everybody. It was a great show. Had a lot of fun, and we'll be back next Saturday. Like I said, I got videos coming out Monday, and like if I'm late on Wednesday's member only video and it doesn't come out Wednesday, give me a hard time for sure, because like I said, I do lose track of the days. But with that, remember to watch a movie today, and I'll catch you guys next time.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Oh, don't give me a cat. That's mine.
go now. Goodbye.